What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Play Sonic Unleashed Part 20. We are here in the second video, the second of two videos before I do the wrap-up video. This is the missions video where I will do all the missions for all the townspeople. There are 100 missions in the game, and you have to complete all of them to get 100% in the game, and to be able to acquire several mission trophies, PlayStation Network trophies, and Xbox Live Arcade achievements. So, as I said, there's 100 missions, and they fall into 7 different categories. First category is trials, where you have to run through remixed versions of different acts. Let's say Act 1, 2, 3. Depending on the continent and depending on the mission, they will always be different. And there will be different elements that change the background, such as enemy locations, rail locations, hazard locations. And at the end of the remixed act, there will always be either a goal ring or a townsperson, depending on what it is. If you have to find a townsperson, well, then it will be a townsperson. If it's just a goal ring, you'll find a goal ring. A gathering mission, where you have to collect a certain amount of rings or items. Again, depending on the mission and the situation, you'll have to collect different things, and the amounts of things you have to collect will also vary. So it's not really, you really can't get a set number down until you actually play the missions. The third one is Destroyer, which you have to destroy a certain number of enemies, similar to the Exorcism missions, except these you also have to use Daytime Sonic. It won't be just the Werehog. You'll also have to use the Hedgehog at times. Deliver, which take or find items for different people. Again, depending on the mission and the circumstance, will be different things. Sometimes, however, they may be star mission items. Star mission items are the teas you have to find for the Chai guy, and as well as the crystal ball for the old woman who wanted to read our fortune but couldn't find her tools of augury. Or just in different and also in different circumstances, it would just be regular items. Bodyguard, keep a person safe as the Werehog. These are nighttime specific missions only, and you have to make sure that no enemy touches the person you're guarding, and you have to make sure you do not knock a enemy into a person. We'll talk about that in pretty soon. One of the missions that we'll be doing pretty soon here will be a bodyguard mission. Quiz, which is answer a certain number of questions correctly. Pretty much the Brenda missions. There's also another old woman in Apatos that will also give us a certain style of Brenda missions, but hers will be totally different, as well as a few others that will also fall into the quiz category. Messenger, choose specific response while talking to a person. So you have to go up to a person and talk with him or her, and you have to choose a specific set of dialogue to be able to progress on and be able to beat the mission. Again, different circumstances will be different things. So we just have to wait till you get into the mission. Now, to do any of this, you have to make sure to beat the egg beetle first, the first enemy that you face. The first boss that you face at all. You have to make sure you beat the egg beetle first, and then you can start doing missions. But sometimes the mission characters or the townspeople that you have to save will fall under will be an exorcism person, so you have to make sure that you exorcise him or her first before you can do those missions. So first off, we'll head over here to Apatos, and we'll do the first couple missions that are there. Different continents will have different amounts of different missions. Like here in Apatos, we actually only have one, actually, to be quite honest. But if you think of Samir's mission, then you could say 2. So here we go. Yog, it's you. I must admit, you do have quite a frightening visage. You are Sonic the Hedgehog, you say. But I hear that Sonic is faster than the speed of sound. If you are in fact the Sonic, that Sonic, then I have a request of you. Can you retrieve my eyeglasses from outside town in the blink of an eye? Sure, I'll prove it. I would love to see you do just that. So this is the Elder's Doubts. Get the spectacles. Time to prove you're the one and only Sonic with a super show of speed. Now, sometimes, as I said before, you will gain different collectibles. Well, only medals. I don't believe I actually said that. You have to collect medals while going through here to be able to complete the game. You know, to get all the trophies and achievements, you have to go after the. Let's see. There should be. Yeah, okay. So you can just destroy the. You can just destroy the gate. So you can see there's a line of rings, kind of like an arrow, but you have to be able to. Oh crap! I lost my train of thought. I don't guess it was all that important. Or at least I hope it wasn't. Let me think. There we go. You do have a time limit, so you do have to get through some of these missions pretty quickly. Yeah, the medals. Obviously, to get the medal trophies and achievements, you do want to play these missions, and you also have to help out the townspeople. And the only way you help out the townspeople is by completing all of their missions. And there is a trophy, an achievement related to helping out all of the townspeople with their problem. Well, I think it's maybe just helping one townsperson out with problems, but you have to talk to everybody. And this is a good way to talk to everybody. Well, that certainly was fast. Then I suppose you really are Sonic, though I still find it hard to believe. The Elder's doubt clears. That's our first mission cleared. And now to access another mission, let's see what he'll say really quickly. I am well acquainted with the lore of Sonic the Hedgehog, but are you truly that Sonic? Okay, so what you have to do is you have to leave Apatos. You know, you have to completely leave the continent, go to the world map, and then restart, then come back again at night to be able to continue on with the different missions. Gregorios has 4 missions. That first one was a trial mission. The next one will be a bodyguard mission, so we will be able to show off the bodyguard. The next one will be a trial and then a delivery, so that doesn't show off every mission category, but that at least shows 3. And bodyguard, I'll definitely say, will be one of the hardest missions because you have to make sure that not only you keep the person safe, you also have to make sure you don't knock any enemies into him. The more I look at you, the more frightening you appear to be. No, I cannot accept that you are simply Sonic. You are Sonic simply because you are fast. Sonic's bravery exceeds that of all others. If you truly Sonic, fending off attackers while protecting me should be easy for you. Sure, I'll prove it. I would love to see that you do just that. So, time to prove you're the one and only Sonic with a bold show of bravery. Now, if you remember in Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, I didn't show off too many of those missions, but there were a few missions where you had to protect a single person or multiple townspeople. That is kind of the same with this game, except in that game, you didn't have to worry about the enemies actually attacking Sonic, attacking the townspeople, nor did you have. Okay, so you cannot throw them into the. You cannot allow the enemies to touch them. So you want to try to stay close to the person you are guarding. A good thing is that if any of these enemies, no matter what it is, Robotnik Robot or Dark Gaia Minion sees Sonic, they will immediately target Sonic and nobody else. So that does help out a lot. And of course, breaking out your stronger attacks, trying to push them back as far as you can, destroying anything that comes remotely close to the person you're guarding. It will always be helpful. You can see we are on a time limit, so you do want to try to get through these pretty quickly. And of course, these will go on and get harder. This was actually relatively simple for one of these types of missions. And to do these missions, I would definitely say, at least the bodyguard missions, to try and upgrade your strength to be able to make sure that you can defeat these enemies very quickly. Because I'm sure I haven't done too many farther away missions. My such courage! You might be the real Sonic after all. The Elder's plan cleared. I haven't done any of the later on missions, say in like Shamar, Adabat, Empire City, you know, some of those areas that have bodyguard missions that would actually be harder, you know, have more enemies, have harder enemies, have stronger enemies. I haven't done any of those, but I'm sure they will not only increase in strength, but they will also increase in numbers. And the time to defeat all of them will almost assuredly go down. So you want to make sure that you upgrade your strength as much as possible. You know, maybe grind through Empire City. That was a good one. Shamar, Jungle Joyride, I think was okay, but Empire City and Jungle and Shamar would be two good areas. Still, what a truly terrifying visage. Or visage, whatever. I still cannot accept you are Sonic simply because you are fast and brave. The Sonic of Legend is said to be a kind soul freeing the oppressed. If you are truly Sonic, surely you would help me find the valuable book I lost. Okay, I would. This is a trial mission as well. I just said that before, but just to make just to keep everybody up to date with these missions. And as I've said, some of these missions do have medals. None of these have medals. You know, none of Gregorios' missions have medals, so you don't have to worry about that. But once we get into Spagoni, which is the next continent that we have to do, that will definitely change. We'll have a lot of medals with different characters. Now, the medals that you would get in these areas are, well, let me make sure just to, okay. Thankfully, no, I may not have written it down, or the person that I got all of my information from might not have known that there was a mission, that a medal here, so I will check around in these boxes. But you don't want to check around too much, so it is a good idea to try to find a reliable guide to try to find these things. So you can see the book is up there. All we have to do is just knock out these robots to knock out the shield in the way. And there's more of those egg brawlers. Another variation of the egg fighter. You can pretty much see here in Apoptosis just the standard enemy. Okay, wow. So there is a sun medal here. That's a shame. I may not have written it down, or just wasn't paying attention. That could very well be it. Now, you don't have to get this medal right off the bat. You know, you could wait to get it, but I like to try to go after those things, you know, as quickly as possible. So you do have to just defeat the little hands to be able to progress on, and it would be smart to try and defeat all of them on the platform. There is no reason, you know, you don't gain any benefit for going fast outside of just trying to make the time limit. You can see you don't get ranked for anything. There is no ranks here, so you don't have to worry about that. But you just, you still want to be careful. So that was the Elder's book. I don't believe I read that. The title of it, again, a trial mission. The fourth one will be the Elder's Trial, and despite the name, this is a delivery. Ah, how kind of you. I am finally beginning to be persuaded that you really are Sonic. The Elder's book cleared. So you can pretty much tell these are not really tedious. Some of these will we'll have to do a lot of stuff. Some of these people have up to 9 missions, like the second mission in Spagonia that is available to us will have 7 available missions for us to do, and then once we get to Missouri, we'll have 8, and then once we go to Chunand, we'll have 9. So you just want to be careful while doing this, or have a lot of time and have the patience to be able to do something like this, because a lot of the times you will have to leave and then come back, which will get on your nerves after a while. I cannot get over that frightful look of yours. You have proved yourself swift, courageous, and kind-hearted. If you truly are Sonic, surely you would be able to find the true treasure hidden in this town. I would love to see you just do just that. What the? Oh, crap. Let's see. Okay, Let's see. Talk to him. Well, it seems you have done a fine job locating the treasure. I am finally convinced you are indeed the legendary hedgehog. You are, Sonic. You handed over the maiden statue. The Elder's trial cleared. Elder Gregorios has fully accepted you. What the? Oh, okay. The maiden statue we found in the entrance stage. So there will be some things in the entrance stages that we will be able to find. I had totally forgotten about that. And it is always a good thing to go ahead and check your inventory. You can see these green star rings here. These are the story specific things. You can see I have the crystal ball for the old woman, the green tea, turquoise tea, and the red tea for the chai guy. We'll be doing his mission a little bit later. Sonic, I beseech you, save our planet, please. I shall be here praying and hoping for your success and safe return. Okay, so if you haven't already realized, he is the village elder here in Apatos, as well as he is the caretaker for the Gaia Temple here in Apatos. But now at least he was in the PS2 and Wii version of Sonic Unleashed. I don't know if he still retains that same role or not. Here. Okay, so the next mission, I couldn't find a name for this mission, and I'm sure it'll say once we activate it. And I couldn't find out whether or not we had to do this at day or night. So if you don't know, because sometimes guides aren't fully complete and they won't tell you the names of these missions, what you exactly have to do in these missions, like specifics, guides or tips, as well as different things we have to do. So I'm gonna guess we have to go here during the night because the old man is waving to us. Can I talk to you kids about something? I run a restaurant in this town, but my little assistants, I was watching a gourmet show to get ideas. You see, they had foods I'd never seen before from all over the globe. Now I have an insatiable craving to try these new delicacies, especially that what was it? This canned thing from Holoska, and oh yes, a kind of broiled meat from Missouri. What a treat! My little assistants bring me 2 kinds of world-class gourmet food. Sure, I'd be glad to. Great, I'm counting on you. So, if you haven't guessed, we have to head to Missouri and Holoska to. In Missouri, we have to get broiled ibanga, and in Holoska, we have to buy canned horror. Just make sure that you have plenty of rings also going into these missions. Not all the time you'll have to worry about having enough rings, but it is always nice to be able to make sure that you don't run out, obviously, or have to go and grind for rings. As I believe I said in part 19, all you have to do, a good area is the entrance stage during the day for Spagonia, and running through Rooftop Run during the day, you can definitely collect over nearly 1,000 rings every time. Do that 4 times, you'll be set. So that is where Samir or Samar is. We won't worry about her right now. We'll do her thing a little bit later. Okay, customer, broiled ibanga, which is 60 rings. Sure, we'll go ahead and buy it. Alright, so now that we have the broiled ibanga, we'll head to Holoska and go after the canned horror. You can see why these missions do take time because of the loading. Thankfully, Sega did a pretty good job with the loading times. They don't take nearly as long, or you really don't notice them all that much. I mean, yeah, it still does take a while to go through here and try to go after these, during the loading times, but they're not that bad, and you're not really sitting for a while like in Sonic 06, wondering, okay, why am I doing this mission for? It just takes so long to try and deal with everything, and they just tell you everything up front. They don't make you sit through a loading section and then come back here. Okay, so that is Wintoast, the traveling salesman. I would like to start his thing, but I won't worry about that right now. It's not really a mission. Oh, wow, that's 100 rings. Okay, so you need 160 rings to do this mission. This mission it didn't have a category either, but I would definitely say this would be a delivery mission, a delivery style mission, and obviously it doesn't have a any medals for it. The only levels that have, the only missions that have medals are the ones that have you going through a version of the. Well, since we've done this at night, it's safe. You know, it's safe if you just go ahead and do this stuff at night. And because the next mission we have to do, it will start at night. So I'm just going to go ahead and go here to Spagonia at night. But the remixed. Well, it's not really remixed, but you're just going through the town, like the town squares or the villages or the capitals or whatever, with very few to no people around. Those are the types of areas that will have medals, as well as the remixed versions of the different levels. Ah, my little helpers, you brought me the food. Which should I try first? Canned horror, it tastes as good as it smells. And now for the broiled ibanga is delicious. A rich and sophisticated flavor, delicately cooked to perfection. Thank you, you've opened up a whole new world of taste to me, inspiring. You handed over the broiled ibanga and the canned horror. Kitchen lab cleared. So that was that. I'll talk to him again. It is a good idea to talk to these people. Sorry, kids. Don't interrupt me now. I'm about to discover a new sensation. My capture card was going a little funny there for a second. Anyway. Okay, where are the kids at? If you notice the two kids that was standing here early on in our Spagonia, when we were here in Spagonia, and you've noticed these people over here, they are the father and mother of these two kids. Let's see, where are they at? Okay. These are, mission-specific people, so their missions will not change throughout the game. You just have to hunt them down because they will change their positions at night, especially once you get to a point where you access their missions. They will become more troublesome to find. And I guess we'll go ahead and talk to the parents. That's always a good idea, to go ahead and talk to people like this. Hello, say, have you seen my son? His name's Elio. He looks a lot like my husband. Lately, Elio has taken to going out at night, and my husband is worried. Okay, so we have to talk to the dad. CCO, what could Elio be? Oh, pardon me. I've had something on my mind lately. My young son has taken to going for walks late in the evening. I'm very concerned about him. Would you go find him for me? Sure, leave it to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Elio's nights. Find Elio. Elio tends to disappear at night time. To track him down and ask him what he gets up to when the sun goes down. So this is a trial mission. There's a sun medal here that I will be on the lookout for. And the only way you can access this mission is at night. Okay, so see, we are here in the clock tower. It's always a good idea to look around on the floors of these types of areas, especially if there's a sun medal around. Or any type of medal. But if you can kind of tell the medals, you get the sun medals with werehog and moon medals with normal hedgehog. So if you're lacking either of those, these aren't really a good way to try to find them, but it could be if you like these. If you like doing missions. I, however, do not really care for it all that much, so I wouldn't suggest doing this, but you never know. That's probably the location of the medal. If this isn't like a dead end or something, kind of looks like it. Yeah, because this is just a door that leads nowhere, so this is actually the way we have to go. You obviously do want to be careful for the spikes. I didn't need to go flying into that one, but nothing I could really do about. Well, I guess I could have done something about it. Paid a little bit more attention to where I was going. You can see this is kind of a remixed version of the clock tower section here. It doesn't seem to be quite quite as dangerous outside of just this pole being here. I don't believe the pole was there the first time, and I don't believe it had as many spikes on it, as well as I do not believe a lot of these ledges here on the sides were accessible, as well as I do not believe a few of those cogs in the middle were as accessible either. So this is where Elio is. Nope. One of these doors should have a metal here in it somewhere. And if I don't find it, you know, I'm not going to be too worried about it. I will post, or I will put a caption somewhere at the end of the video. Oh, well, there you go. But if I can't find a metal while on these missions, I will just post a caption somewhere. And so there is Elio. The only reason why you have to climb up that high is just to go after that metal. You know, outside of that, there is no other reason. And these really aren't good areas to grind for XP, these missions, outside of just like a bodyguard or destroyer missions. Those would be the best times to try to focus on missions that would gain you XP, but, you know, just try to go after for Werehog, you know, go for not Spagonia. Did Elio have anything to say for himself? Oh, I see nothing, huh? Elio's night's cleared. So we have to come back here during the day, but to be able to finish, to be able to continue on, we have to return to the world map, wait till it's daytime, and then, you know, come back and try again. But, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Shamar and Empire City for Werehog. I'm not really sure any good areas for daytime Sonic. I would say Spagonia. I really haven't gotten too much for doing Spagonia. Possibly Chunan, maybe Jungle Joyride would be a couple good locations. Possibly Empire City. But if you want a quick, easy, a couple levels, Apatos and Spagonia would definitely be the best two areas where you could do that at. So now we have to... We'll try talking to the parents again. Or his mom looks mad. Oh, that Lucia, I'll let her have it when she gets home. She swiped my lunch when I wasn't looking. And when I got mad at her, she ran away. I'm faster than I look, but I can't catch her. You look pretty quick. Would you track down Lucia for me? Sure, quick as a flash. I knew it, thank you. So this is a lunch thief. Find the thief. Lucia's guilt of the grievous crime of snatching her mother's meals. Find her and see what she has to say for herself. I missed the context of that, but this is a trial mission that we have to do during the day, and there's a moon medal here. Forests. Oh, whoa, wait, what the... So you can see this is where... wait. Okay, this starts us off. Try to go back in here, and I'll try to reposition the camera. This is right outside the clock town, or the clock tower. Ah, crap, go up there. There's the moon medal is supposed to be up here. There we go. Okay. So you do want to be careful for that. As I said, you know, there will be different changes here and there to the to the level design, you know, to the design of the levels. So you definitely want to be very careful while traveling through here. You can see this is actually a pretty big change so far, anyway. Just more enemies added, a lot more traps added. Oh, I wish I would have grabbed onto that. That definitely would have helped. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to take it pretty slow right now. I'm trying to get ready for the next set of traps. Obviously not doing all that well. You can see there's a few spikes on the walls here and there. Some electric fences on the buildings. Now you want to be careful, because if you do hit a speed pad, you cannot use the quick step immediately. So if you are, if you do use those speed pads through there, you definitely want to be very careful. Taking the shortcuts will definitely help. So if you do know the shortcuts around here, that will definitely help out on time. Oh crap. Okay. Oh well. Well, we'll go ahead and try it again and try to be a little bit better. As you can see, there are no checkpoints, and you don't have to worry about going along that upper path. It obviously is a little bit faster, but it's not all that important to go, because once you gain the medal, I was going to say, yeah, you should still have it with you, and you do, so you don't have to worry about it not being there. Now, you do want to be careful while hitting these the traps. If you do hit them going pretty fast, you will lose a lot more rings. That is a problem in while doing this Begonia Day stage, is that you have a higher you lose a lot of rings if you do get screwed over in some fashion, and there are a lot of ways to get screwed over, such as the arrow chasers, lasers hitting you when they shouldn't have. That doesn't happen every time, so it's not something that you actively have to look out for. And you can see there, the boosting pad messed me over there, because I wasn't able to use the quick step, and I charged right into that barrel. And you can see I should have had close to 100, and I lost 50 rings while I was using the speed boost. Oh, okay, I guess I went the wrong way. Oh well. There we go. So you can just you can use that box to get back up there a lot quicker if you need to. You do want to be careful. There are a few electric spinners, a few E16 electric spinners around here. Ah, crap. All right, we can get through this. Don't worry. I'll try heading along up this path here and see what I can get. Just a few rings. That's about all there is. If you're trying to go for XP, I would definitely suggest going along the lower routes. But it's still up to you. Whichever path you want to go on. Just make sure that you jump here at the end so you don't get zapped. See, collecting 100. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you can actually collect lives. You don't lose lives, and you cannot collect lives while doing the mission, so you don't have to worry about that. It would be nice to be able to collect lives, since a lot of these missions are easy enough that you can collect lives pretty efficiently while going through them. But I can understand them not why they wouldn't allow you to collect lives while going through here, since you don't have the threat of actually losing any lives. I believe all you have to do is just destroy the... Wow, I lost over 100 rings on that one. So you definitely want to be careful while going through, going really fast and hitting things like that, as I've said before. But, okay, so you may want to just take a moment here and position this a little bit better. You can't do it quite as fast as you could before. This... Okay, that definitely changes. On the original level, it changes pretty much every save file. The QuickTime events like that. For this current save file, going through there... Ouch, well, that was a mistake. Going through... Crap. Going through there would... going through that QuickTime event for me right now is circle, X, square, and it hasn't changed. Now I've grinded on that level several times and it hasn't changed at all. But on a old save file, it's okay. I believe you have to make that one. If you don't, you will fall and die. So you definitely want to be careful while doing that. Be careful with this rail section up here. I know it's going to be different than last time. So far, so good. This is the section where you can die in the original with those. Okay, so far it doesn't seem to be the same, or it seems to be the same. Excuse me. Ouch! I got the mentality of going through there the original way, and this would be the. They've got the best route blocked off that would help you gain the most chaos experience as well as the most rings. They got that path blocked off with bombs. But using the quick time or the quick step, using the quick step will definitely help you out while going through this section. So if you can learn to master it, that'll definitely help you out. As you can see, this is one of those times when the end item is a person, which is Lucia. And you can see I've maxed out my ring energy. I'm not 100% sure if I did that off camera or not, or on camera. I know I put a lot of points into it while using both ring energy and speed while going through and trying to grind for those rings. I got up to about I got 5 chaos bars filled twice. And that's kind of hard to do because you have to figure out the right path to go along that last section. I don't know where this kid gets her appetite. I'll give you as much as you want, just don't eat mama's food. Okay. Lunch thief cleared, so there's that. We won't have to worry about any medals for a little while. We do have to leave the map and come back. You can see I don't have all the moon medals for here as well. I've several continent hub worlds. I don't have that on either, but I really hope my capture card ain't messing up. It kind of seems like it's flashing white every now and again. This one we have to do it during the day. Same people. We have to, I believe, go talk to the mom because the mission title is a miffed mom, so that kind of tells you, you have to go talk to the mother. But you can always tell, if she looks mad, well, then you have to talk to her. I haven't seen the kids yet, but I know I do have to actually interact with the kids at some point. Let's see. My kids don't listen to a word I say nowadays. No? What's that? Oh, the kids have been planning for my wife's birthday. So that's what's been going on. Now I know why they've been acting strangely, but on account of the kids, my wife's been in a pretty bad mood. Would you do me a big favor and go get some oranges? She loves them. Sure, leave it to me. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So I do believe we could have talked to the kids now, but, Natalia has been one unhappy mom thanks to all the meals she's been missing. Hopefully some oranges will perk her up. So this is a trial mission. Okay, so the first 3 missions here for Elio's missions have been trial missions. And you can see this is a... Oh, wait. Whoa. Back up. It doesn't really pay to... I hope those were... bomb. Okay, so those are just little spikes. Some of those will probably be oranges, so you do... I guess the oranges will glow... purple if they're available for you to get, and they don't seem to go towards you just because you are using these speed boosts or the sonic boost. So you definitely want to be very careful. Ouch! While dealing with them, while trying to go around here for these oranges, and it always pays to go along different paths. Try to find these oranges. You can see I've went along several different paths, and I've already gained a few oranges. There's 2 right there. Right there. Okay. So we still have to get to the end. Oh, crap. Okay. So you definitely do not want to die still while going through here. You can see there's several oranges here in this courtyard. Be careful because sometimes you will glitch off of that. Crap. Sometimes you will glitch off of the, you will glitch off the rail sometimes, and you will die. Damn it! And it's funny the first 3 times, but now it's starting to piss me off a little bit. So if you do miss a lot of the oranges, this section will definitely help you out. This is just pretty much the first section. I got, what is it, 15 oranges? I hope I don't believe you actually lose any if you do take damage. That would suck if you do, but I don't believe you do. So that was a trial mission, a pretty bad run through of that trial mission, but you kind of get what you have to do. So the next few will be a 2 deliveries and a messenger, and that will be two more missions, or I guess 3 more missions that we haven't seen yet, or at least one more. I'm sure these will cheer my wife up. She's been fond of oranges since her modeling days, but if I let her have these, then Lucia's efforts will be in vain. A miffed mom. So, let's see, we have to leave the world and come back. I believe this is another day mission. Now, sometimes these missions will fall into an either categories, and sometimes they'll either be like trial day, trial night. Well, sometimes you can have a mission where it doesn't matter the time of day you go, as long as you go. No matter what time of day it is, no matter which form you are, just complete the mission. So those will provide a little bit of leeway for you. If you find the daytime missions a little bit too hard, if you don't like the werehog controls, which is understandable, you have those different things. So we have to go talk to the kids. You can see they seem to be flipping out for some reason. Sonic, I lost the rings I saved up. I must have dropped them somewhere. We were going to use the rings to buy Mama a nice present. Please, Sonic, will you help me round up the rings? Sure, you got it. Thanks, Sonic. Gather 100 rings. Help Elio gather up the ring collection he accidentally dropped. So this is as I said, a gatherer mission, which we haven't seen yet. And as I talked about before at the beginning of this video, about the gathering section, we have to collect 100 rings. Let's see. I'm going to guess we have to make sure we don't lose the rings. So for this section, if you go a lot faster than the if you go a lot faster than the arrow chasers, they will actually hit you with their lasers while on the rail, while it's turning to the right. So you want to be very careful. That doesn't happen too often, and I'm not sure if it's a glitch or not, because you shouldn't be able to, in theory, outrun the arrow chasers. Ah, crap. Okay. So you can see here we have another bomb layout that's pretty bad for collecting rings, especially if you're not used to it. This will take, I'm sure that, this will obviously take you several run-throughs to be able to get the ring pattern down exactly, dodging the arrow chasers' lasers, the bombs that are scattered around. It seems very similar to the last round that we played. So if you remember that setup and pattern, it would probably help you out. But you saw where the metal was. You have to jump a little bit quicker, or a little bit early than you may want to try to get it. Just remember, it's on the right handrail before you go into that left turn. Right after there's a gap there, so you just rewatch the section. Back the video, rewatch the section. If you do have trouble with it, just remember to jump a little bit early. It'll take time to be able to learn when to do it exactly, and I'm not even perfect every time, but just practice will definitely help you out. So, thanks. Wow, look at how many you got. Now we can buy Mama a really nice piece of jewelry. We're going to get Mama looking as good as she did in her modeling days. Elio's loss cleared, so again, have to leave, and now this is a delivery mission, and this falls under the category of either, but since it's already daytime, I'll go ahead and do this one during the day. I believe delivery mission. I believe all we have to do is just talk to people, so it doesn't really matter. The next mission I'll do during the night just to see if there are any differences between the two, but I believe a delivery mission is just trying to go and find a townsperson and talking to him or her. I'll take a look really quickly here. Deliver, take, yeah, okay, so that's all we gotta do. It doesn't really matter which time of day you go, but it does matter if you run into a wall by not paying attention. But let me see. He looks upset, so we'll go ahead and talk to him. Oh, Sonic, do you have a minute? I have a small favor to ask you. You see, I can't let the kids outdo me. I have to get a gift for my wife, too. I ordered a bouquet at the florist in Apatos. I hear theirs are the best. I was hoping to go there myself, but I'm swamped with work. I hate to trouble you, but would you pick up the bouquet for me? Sure, leave it to me. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So we have to head to Apatos, either during the day or night. But the florist is the problem, is the thing that bothers me. I don't remember seeing one unless it's just one of the random townspeople. And the only one I can think of is a mission-specific character that while this mission is going on, we won't have to worry about activating her mission just yet. Let me see. I do believe that is what we have to do. Is to actually talk to this. Aha. So this is the one we have to talk to. She is the florist. Sandra, greetings, gentlemen. A little bird told me you are traveling all over the world. Coincidentally, traveling is a hobby of mine as well. I find it so informative, picking up all sorts of details I didn't know. I expect you've been gathering information. I wonder. No, I hate pop quizzes. Oh, how disappointing. Okay, so obviously she isn't the person we're looking for. I highly doubt he is. Are you it? Hello there, how can I help you today? A bouquet, sir? Ah, yes, the flowers Mr. Ciccio from Spagonia requested. I'm sure I'm butchering his name, but they arrived just a few hours ago. One moment, if you will. Mr. Ciccio didn't specify the flowers, so we made him a lovely blend. Took the pretty bouquet. Okay, so this is just a random shop, but it's probably should have been able to guess, that you should have went to the shop. Thankfully, you didn't have to pay any rings for it, so that's good. That's one of a few missions like that where you have to go to a shop to buy something or to get something that someone else paid for. And that will allow you to save your rings. But you can see we do keep the rings that we collect from these missions, so that is also a good way to collect rings. While it's not the most efficient way, over time, kind of like playing the, just playing the story mode by itself and not buying anything, you will rack up a whole bunch of rings just by playing the story mode. You can also rack up a pretty nice amount of rings by collecting these, by doing these missions. These flowers, it's the same bouquet I gave my wife when I proposed to her. Though she may not look it now, she was once a top model. Boy, did she turn heads. I was overjoyed when I won her heart. Her figure may have changed since then, but not my feelings. Okay. You handed over the pretty bouquet. Working dad cleared. Alright. If you notice in Apatos, I do not believe I have either of the moon medals. That's another area that I have to collect moon medals for, but I really don't need moon medals anymore. You don't need moon medals. You don't have to worry about medal ranking when you're trying to do these missions, so you don't worry about that. See, so we'll just go back here. Like I said, I do this during the night because the next mission we have to do will be at night, and it'll be a pain to have. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'll either have to do the same thing I just did after I finish this mission or now. So I guess I'll go ahead and do it now just to save time a little bit later on. But anyway. So, let me see. It doesn't. I guess it doesn't really matter the form either. The speeds really aren't all that much different. Obviously while you're walking in werehog form, it'll be a lot slower. My gift's ready, but I wonder what the kids got for my wife. I can't I can't get Lucia to stay away from my food. She's worn me down. I can't even get mad at her anymore. Okay, so they're trying to, I guess, force her to lose weight? I guess, I really don't know. Let's see, we went to go buy jewelry for Mama, but it was too expensive. We may have to just give up on our plan. We won't be able to buy a present for Mama. Sonic, what are we going to do? Oh man, I wanted to get Mama a ring for her birthday. This necklace wouldn't make a good present at all. Still gotta talk to him again, no. Oh wait, too bad Papa doesn't run a jewelry store, huh? I believe is what she said. Oh man, I wanted to get Mama a ring. This necklace wouldn't make a good present at all. We'll talk to the dad again to see if he has my gifts ready for her. I wonder, okay. Well, the person we do have to exercise. I know I'm saying that wrong. What should I do? It's such an important. Oh, hello, Sonic. Yes, Sonic, I am sure you can be of assistance. I seem to have dropped a necklace somewhere in town. It's of great personal value to me. If it's not too much, would you go find it for me? Sure, leave it to me. Thank you. I know you'll get the job done. So it would seem Elio is also a thief as well, huh? But I'm sure he just found it on the ground somewhere. But we'll talk to him and see what. Hi, Sonic, what's up? You looking for something? Huh? A necklace? That's funny. I found this when I was looking around town before. It looks really old and beat up, but is it the one you're looking for? Sure, you can have it. Then you can give it back to its owner. Okay, well maybe he didn't actually steal it. But no, he has nothing for his mother. But it was old and beat up, and it is of great personal value to her. What's her name? Ada. Oh, I can't thank you enough, Sonic. Someone picked it up. I wonder who. Would you be a dear and give them this ring as a thank you gift? It's just a sign of my appreciation. Traded the old necklace for a lovely ring. Okay. I guess I should have taken a look at what the necklace looked like, but there's the ring. Is what it looks like. Guess I should have looked at the pretty bouquet as well, but I'm sure well, maybe not. I was going to say, I'm sure the artwork would have it in there, but possibly not. Hey, that's the ring we were going to get Mama. What? The owner of the necklace sent it as a thank you gift? You mean I can have it? Sweet. Thanks, Sonic. Mama's going to love it. Oh, yeah, it is. You handed over the lovely ring. Money troubles cleared. Alright, so we have to leave one more time, and then come back here at night to do the final mission for Elios, which is a messenger mission. So all I have to do is just talk to the mother, and won't have to worry about anything past that. This nearly an hour, and I've only gotten 3 missions done. These definitely are time-consuming. These missions, they're not all that easy to just breeze through and do. In an hour I've done 3, and I really haven't messed up all that much, or at least I don't think I have. Alright, so we'll find. Okay, so here's the family. Yes, talk to the dad. The kids told me to wait here for them. Well, that's where they're here. The rest is up to you, big brother. He. I'm sure she's talking to Elio. Hi, Sonic. This will be the last favor I ever asked you, I promise. We're all gonna have dinner at the restaurant tonight. We want to surprise Mama, so would you bring her here for us? Sure, you got it. Thank you, Sonic. So we just have to run around town and try to find her. Yeah, that metal always messes me up. I keep thinking I haven't collected it yet. So let me see. Aha, here she is. Wonder what she's doing all the way over here. What? Elio was looking for me. I wonder what for. Well, I guess I'd better go out then. I better find out then. Thanks for the heads up. Happy birthday cleared. So I'll go ahead and find the family and talk to them. And I'll take a look and see what other missions I have to do. I am kind of running low on time. Oh, I thought she was actually walking. the kids have been acting strangely all in preparation for today. Elio wanted to buy me jewelry. Lucia wanted me to be beautiful. Oh, you kids. This is the best birthday I've ever had. I want to thank all of you. Sniff. We'll talk to the kids individually and see what they have to say. Thank you, Sonic. Happy birthday, Mama. I have to say, I never thought the kids would do so much. I think this would be my wife's best birthday ever. Well, I did a lot of it, you know. Ran around town, had to wait several days to be able to do all this. For the last mission here in Spagonia would be Marcantonio's missions, which are Tower Terror, which is classified as a gather mission, which we have to do during the day after completing Rooftop Run. I believe I did that in part 11. And Forest Fright, which is a gather mission which you have to do at night, and Adabat, which I did in part 17, I believe, or part 16. And I'm not going to worry about those since I've already showed them off. I guess I could have waited till now, but, you know, oh well. So the next set of missions will be in Missouri, but as I said, I'm kind of running out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Well, no, I'm not going to end the video. I'm going to go ahead and cut to Missouri once I make a little bit of room on my hard drive. So until then, see you in a second.